Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our Dart programming language course. I hope you all are fine. Our previous tutorial was about constructor. Now in today's tutorial we are going to discuss what is named constructor. In most programming languages like Java, C++, C Sharp, etc., we can create multiple constructors with the same name. But in Dart, this is not possible. Well, there is a way we can create multiple constructors with the same name using named constructor. Let me open VS Code and show you practically what is named constructor. First of all, let me create a new file. Name it as student. For example, we're going to create a new file, name it as student.dot. And in this file, we will store our student class. Let me create a class student, and let me create a default constructor student, and inside this let me print I am a default constructor like this. Now let me import this file. We already discussed how to import a file and use in our main function. Import student dot dot. Now here let me create an object of our student class. Student object name will be student in small case, and let me initialize it with student. If I run the program, here you can see it is printing I am a default constructor. You can see this is default constructor. But if we need multiple constructor, let me create another constructor like this. And let me pass parameter into this constructor name. You can see it is showing error. The unnamed constructor is already defined. Try giving one of the constructors a name. This is the main problem. That is why we need named constructor. If we need multiple constructor in our same class, then we need named constructor. How to create named constructor? Let me show you. First of all, we need a class name student dot. After dot, we can give a name. For example, our constructor name is named constructor like this. Now this is our named constructor. If I print here, print I am a named constructor. Now if I run the program, let me run it. You can see it is only printing I am a default constructor, because when we create object, default constructor automatically called, but our named constructor does not called automatically. We need to call it. Let me show you how. We need to call this constructor like this, student dot named constructor. Now named constructor will be called. If I run it, you can see this time our named constructor is called. I am a named constructor. So this is the difference between default constructor and named constructor. So this is the difference between named constructor and unnamed constructor. We can create only one unnamed constructor, and we can create multiple named constructors. If we need multiple constructors, we can create. Let me show you. Student dot named constructor 2, and we can print I am a named constructor 2. Now if we need to call our named constructor 2, here we can call named constructor 2. If I print, here you can see it is working. So I hope you understand what is named constructor. The named constructor working is same like function. Let me create a few variables. string name, string roll number, int age. Now I will initialize these variables by using my named constructor. I will pass here three values: string name, string roll, integer age. Let me assign values. This dot name is equal to name. This dot roll is equal to roll. This dot age is equal to age. Now let me create a function to print these values. Name it as void display. We can give any name. Print name is name. Print roll number is roll. Print age is age. Now if I call it by using object dot student dot display, now it will display values, but first of all we need to call named constructor. Named constructor, we need to pass three values: value for name, value for roll number, and value for age. Now if I run my program, you can see it is working fine. So the working of named constructor is same like default constructor or unnamed constructor, but the difference is that the unnamed constructor will be only one. We cannot create multiple constructor same like this. But in case of named constructor, we can create multiple constructors. Now let me show you another example. Let me remove all the constructors. Here I will create my constructor, my named constructor student dot from map. This is the name of constructor. Inside this constructor I will pass map and initialize these variables by using map. Map string dynamic. You all know what is map. Name it as map. Now I will initialize my variables. This dot name map, I will pass all the values in map. Name. This dot roll is equal to map roll. This dot age is equal to map age. And let me create another function. Name it as show. You can give it name show or display or anything you want. Here I will print values name, name, roll number, roll, and age, age. Our class is ready. Now let me use it. Here let me create an object student dot from map. Here you can see. Now here we need to pass a map. First of all, here let me create a map of string dynamic. Name it as map and let me assign values. Name, this is the name, roll, and age will be integer like this. And here I can pass map simply. Now let me call my show function student.show. If I run the program, you can see it is working fine. So this is the way we can initialize our object by using our map. We can also call this show function directly from our constructor. And let me call it. Here we can call show function. So we don't need to call here. Let me remove it. If I run the program, you can see it is working. So when our object created, it automatically calls show function. So by using named constructor, we passed a map and assign values to our variables. So I hope you understand what is named constructor and why we use in our program. So if you have any question in your mind, you can ask in comment box or you can contact me directly on WhatsApp. Okay, good luck.